Hey,
Hey,
what's up, Tokyo?
we're live.
What's up?
What's up, Tokyo?
What's up, Madrid?
So we're worldwide.
Yeah, baby. Shout out Olympics, you pieces of shit. We didn't even test.
We had a
mic work.
Yeah, no. I think it is. Start talking.
And
Yeah. We were just jamming nutshell. I should probably start this episode out saying I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No.
What are you sorry for?
What are you sorry for?
Existing.
No. Don't be sorry for existing. I love you. I love you.
Song.
Oh, it's so sad, right?
I see your babe. What are you sorry for?
For deleting the last episode.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I lost one. You were too high for one once.
Oh, I was way too high. But that still exists. You didn't delete it. You just never posted
it.
I'm pretty sure we can find it. But your computer has to work.
No, now we can't because my computer's
So will it not turn on?
No, I haven't tried since that night, but maybe.
You just like that was it. You haven't retried at all?
Nope.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I appreciate you making the trip. I was gonna say trek and trip.
Shrek.
Dude. I love Shrek, dude.
We're getting bourbon drunk.
Yeah.
I'm not even supposed to be drinking.
You're not. And I didn't try to persuade you to start drinking either. But you did. You already let the cat out of the bag. You said that when you went to the zoo, you had 2 beers.
Mm-hmm. I'm a failure.
Dude, you lasted like the entire month. What are you talking about? It's like the end of the month.
I'd never last that long. Ask anybody.
I'm your best friend. I should know.
That was a sexual joke.
Oh. Well, then I really do know.
Does that come fast? Yeah. This is live.
Everyone's listening.
We're live from Madison Square Garden. I have ringworm. And this podcast is brought to you by
what do you get for ringworm?
Foot.
What causes ringworm?
Bacteria, people not fucking.
Is that the same as a UTI?
It's the same as it's basically like
sweaty men wrestling together and they just start fucking sloshing.
You had me at sweaty men.
Yeah, I know why you like it. I would love to wrestle men too.
It's really nice feeling dominant.
Did you like that meme I sent you? It's like jiu-jitsu guys. It's like, all right,
I dare you to it's one of my favorites.
Oh, you've seen it.
Since you sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
I had seen it before, but I don't want to make you feel bad.
Well,
joke's on them, bud, because I'll still kick you in the face.
Oh, you'd fuck me up. We don't need to be on the ground for you to put me in a submission mode. You would just like.
Oh, you want that?
You would kick me in the chin, right, and right at that perfect spot, and it would knock my lights out, and I would just go down.
Yeah, well then,
like a sack of taters.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna take you down.
I think you have a better shot at punching me.
You're right.
Because if you try to take me down, I think my natural instincts for someone to like maneuver me down, unless you have like a great takedown, which I'm sure you do. But what I'm saying, just like the size of me, my girth, my mass, I can fight that easier than if you just fucking hit me in the face.
Right.
If you hit me in the face, I'm fucking done.
I'm not gonna try and kick you though because you're big and you're strong, and if you catch my leg, then you have my leg.
Yeah, if I catch your leg, I'm breaking your ACL.
Please don't. I like it.
Nah, I would never do that.
ACL,
I would like. Okay, so like, I was talking to my mom because this is what the conversations I have with my mom. I've never been in an actual fight in my entire life.
Never. You've never been punched in the face.
Nope.
We can get that. We can take that out.
Can we like can because that's like bucket list shit. It's like I don't want to quote really like over dramatic movies and like people liking. I'm talking about Fight Club, right?
Yeah.
So in the part in Fight Club, asterisk Fight Club.
Yes.
What is he says something like you don't know who you are as a person unless you've been in a fight or like taking a punch or something like that. It's in that vein. And I think I don't know if that's completely true because I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of who I am as a person, but I've never been fucking hit in the face and I've never like seen red. Like,
okay, that's
you know
point.
What I mean?
Yeah. You're how you react when you're not in control per se.
Like I've seen red, I think but like when it comes to like, okay, I see red and I have full autonomy and choice to act upon my physical aggression. You know what I mean? Like
different because your life's in danger. I mean, essentially, like,
Yeah, knock on wood. My life's never been in danger.
right. I mean, you don't.
I didn't grow up in Marion. You know what I mean?
Right. You know what I'm saying? You have heard gunshots though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the way I look at street fights is most of the time nobody's gonna try and stab you or shoot you, but they might. So you have to control that person to make sure that doesn't happen. So seeing red and also like defending your life, and adrenaline, man, it's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I think that's the thing too. It's like the difference between, because the adrenaline exists in a fight. Like if you're like,
over.
what I'm saying, not in like a fight for your life. I'm saying just in a fight in general. Yes,
yeah.
Adrenaline exists there for you, right?
Yeah.
But I would say that that's probably different than like I gotta take this person down.
Fight or flight.
Or are you? Thing. Oh, I know. Yeah.
And there are times even when I'm sparring, to where like if I'm getting my ass kicked, flight pops into my head. Like, all right, I want this. I don't want to do this right now. Like I'm getting my ass kicked. But yeah, 100%. You don't want to have to see red, bud. I'm going to protect you.
I know, like that's why I keep you around.
I'm gonna make sure that nobody ever.
I want you. Yeah, I need protection.
Listen, I'm not as much of a badass as you make me out to be.
Oh, don't lie. Don't fucking lie.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I am.
Yeah, you are, dude. Don't like. Listen, he is. All right. He is.
Tell him to come on. What's your address? Tell him to come on over.
819 North High Street, Hartford City, Indiana, 47348. He'll be out. He'll be out front. Oh, Pizza King. And winner has to buy fucking breadsticks.
I'm having my shirt off.
You're just.
I'm pacing.
Yeah.
I'm listening to Limp Bizkit. I'm getting hyped up.
You just described 90% of the people that live in Hartford City. So I mean, you should move in. Just move in.
I want to. But you live in Hartford City. What's that Limp Bizkit song that everybody likes?
Break Stuff?
Yeah.
Nookie.
And the
I did it right. Break your fucking face tonight. Yeah. Give me something to break.
Yeah, it's my favorite song.
That's a good one. Dude, okay, listen, we can be like ironic about liking Limp Bizkit, but dude, some of their songs are fucking bangers.
Well, yeah.
Like people that say they're like, oh, fucking gatekeepers, dude. Like, you're gonna make fun of me for liking Limp Bizkit? I dare you.
Look, I'm not a big fan of Nickelback, but you're gonna tell me that like
all of their stuff sucks.
No,
not
at all.
That's the great thing about like having opinions.
I'm listening to Nickelback when I leave.
You're not leaving
ever.
You're stuck.
I'm cool with that,
dude. I'd love for you to move in, dude. If I had my bro, as in bros and you, and then I could tell Chris to bring Kelly and the corgis and move in too, and I would just have my best friends in the world. Yeah, so we can
just have all the talent shadowing over us like a fucking statue.
Yeah.
Like, great.
Yeah, as in Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, thanks. Can you move out of the way so I can get some sun? You know what I mean? Like, god damn it, talented boy.
I know. He so I have it at the restaurant right now. I have a 14-year-old single barrel that they do. And it's one of the best things I've ever tried. And he is the barrel director now. They made this program for him. I hope I'm getting that right, Chris. I'm sure I'm gonna listen to it. From what I've been telling, this is what I've been telling people, Chris, by the way, that this program or this position exists for you. They didn't have it prior to. It's like they're like, oh, we're making it for you.
He's probably humble about it too.
Yeah, I hate him for it. He's so talented.
We should have him on the podcast. He's never been on.
I'm just kidding, our most listened to episodes.
3 hours long.
Yeah. He I made a status for him basically giving he needs to be like, his accolades need to be seen because he's very talented, and no matter what he does, he's really good at anything. It took him, I remember like just playing guitar, and it took him like 6 months to get where I took me like 4 years.
How long did it take you to learn French? I
downloaded the app. Like every episode, I think it should have a part where we just suck Chris's dick.
Oh, I would. Is he special, or is he just somebody, or is he just proved that like if you put your mind to something, you can just do it?
I think a little bit of both, honestly, because he has the ability to do it, but he also but he also just does it, and it's a nice breath of fresh air. because so many people are just like have the ability to do it, be included in anything. We both can do it.
Yeah,
we both could do whatever we wanted.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I can't play for the Reds. I've tried that.
You could have.
I could have.
You'd be out there right now.
I know, making like
prime.
I would be.
Yeah,
I know, right? Fuck me.
If I would have like taken fighting seriously 10 years ago.
Oh, dude, you would be. Who knows where you'd be fucking with your size.
I would have fucking destroyed.
And you're like agileness? Is that a word?
Maybe.
You're usually asking me for words. It's but you're
agility.
Agile. I mean, yeah, agility, but in that context. But
I was too worried about my trauma. Great.
Everybody's got trauma.
Yeah, but I didn't harness it like I should have.
Yeah.
I sulked in it and played victim.
Me too. But like, why isn't this working out for me? And then I just like made it 10 times worse than what I.
Great. Now what?
And now we do a podcast that we've done for how many years now?
3.
We just got
I think we're just at 3 years.
Yeah, we're at 3 years, and we're
Seems
so
longer than that.
So fucking long, man. I'm gonna shout out Carly and Preston.
Shout out Carly and Preston.
Preston, it has listened to almost every episode.
I appreciate that.
He came in on Friday, he and Carly, and they helped me close down, and they bought me a drink, and like a really nice, like expensive drink of my own choosing. And he was like, all right, the deal is though, I buy you this drink, I need a podcast in a month.
Okay.
So really that's why we're doing it.
Perfect.
No, I love it's not that we don't take this seriously. We obviously do because we do it. Like that I think there's some seriousness in it from that alone.
We don't take it too seriously though, because like you can't be disappointed and you can't you can't fail. We
don't take critique because we don't give a fuck. But
me.
like we're serious enough to do it.
Yeah.
So we have to put ourselves out there that much that we kind of care.
We kind of care, and we also I don't know, we're kind of trendsetters because as far as podcasts, I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and not many people are just best friends that wing it. Most people are like, we're going to talk about.
How exhausting is that? How exhausting is
that?
It's like, let me guess. You like did research and you had you have like bullet points. You made yourself a PowerPoint presentation.
I don't know what I'm going to say, and I might fucking get canceled for it. Let's do it. That's where we're at.
Oh yeah.
I think you're careful, but I'm just like,
it's not that I'm careful. I don't think that you and I are both careful. We just are like good people for the most part.
But
no, you're right though. Like there's not many people or episodes or podcasts that are literally like, I try to tell people, it's like I deleted the last episode. We can never recreate that.
Nope. You fucked up.
No, and it was such a big deal that you coming over because like you never do ever, and I deleted it like a so fucking upset. I didn't contact Podbean, but I almost did. But I spent
can you find that in the cloud?
Yeah, because it's just gone. It's just gone. It doesn't save to the computer or anything.
Yeah, I mean.
You know how much of go back to Preston, how big of a fan he is. He offered you, and I was like, I need to talk to Brandon about this. He's going to give you a laptop so we can podcast. He said that.
Preston said that?
Yes. And I was like, well, what kind?
What year?
Yeah. I was like, because we only, for Brandon's house, we only take things that are 2011 and prior.
Well, Preston,
which I thought was very sweet. I was like, I'm not going to speak for him, but I'm going to run it by him.
Preston, I'll kiss you on the mouth. I don't know if you're in that kind of thing. I'll kiss you wherever you want. Wherever you want. I'll kiss
so
you.
They live, what's the golf course that you and your dad go to all the time?
Mount Edna or Arbitrace.
Arbitrace. Yeah. They live on Arbitrace.
People live on the course?
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody out there living.
Oh, there's no homes around there?
Oh, there's homes, but you said on.
Yeah, they're like on the third green.
Preston, listen. That'd be great. Let's do it.
So what we do?
How about we have him on the podcast?
No. Yeah, of course. Of course. Anybody that wants to be on it. But it's like, yeah, not anybody. Nathan, we owe
you. We owe you big time.
Rain check.
Rain check, bud. We'll get there.
Also, like, it's the double-edged sword of what we do because we never plan to podcast that far in advance.
No, it's
and so we can't be like, okay. The reason that Chris was on the last time, which was like months ago, he was in town. He was sleeping at my house.
He was staying with you. So
of course,
it worked out.
All right, Nathan. I guess you're gonna have to. We're gonna have to have a. We're gonna have to stay all night. You got a new car. It's fucking sick.
What is it?
I don't know. It's like it's a 77. It's
a 77 Jeep.
No. It's not a Jeep.
I'm joking, Nathan. Calm down.
You're friends with him on Facebook. Did you see it?
Yeah. Is it nice?
Dude, it's so sick. It's like a T-top, right? Is that right, Nathan?
Dude,
T-top?
I don't know anything about cars.
Me either. Is it? You learn though.
Ish.
Give
me up to second gear, I'm good. But at a stop sign, dude, it's
what do you do?
I kill it.
What do you? Oh.
But I get it going. It's just like
yeah. Your tire looks good.
I bought a new one because I fucking hate
what happened?
It went
your
pop.
Car. Your baboo.
People are like, buy a new car. I'm like, hey, just fuck off.
I hate when people tell you that.
You told me.
No, you didn't. I think I told you. I probably thought. Oh yeah, you told me to buy you a car. I'm like, oh, with what money?
So Preston.
He's a car. He's a salesman.
Hey, let's talk, bud. What you got? Financing? You got 30-year loans?
30.
You know what Preston reminds me of? You ever seen Blank Check?
Yeah.
Have you?
It's with the fucking shithead kid that gets a blank check of like $1 million, but at the time $1 million so much, and he's just like fucking killing
Remember the
it.
scene where she kisses him on the mouth?
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's a problem.
That's gonna. So, are we canceling Preston or are we canceling the movie?
We're canceling her.
Oh yeah, dude. Like he's like
how
fucking.
Many scenes was
he's
that?
like fucking 10,
how many
and
times did it take?
she's like looking hot for one thing.
She's so hot.
She's so smoking.
I still jerk off to that.
You used to jerk off to the scene in Paycheck.
Not that scene. We cut this live.
No one's listening. No one's listening
right
now.
The scene where she's kissing a 10-year-old boy. Sure.
Yeah, no one's gonna hear it. Who's gonna fucking hear it? Yeah, dude, I remember that, and then I remember thinking like, wow, I think that's where my MILF fetish started.
Yeah.
Like my prime MILF fetish, I was like 17, 18, you know, and I'd just be like, ooh, just searching that shit. Well, like American Pie too, right? Like they keyed the phrase MILF.
Fucking what's his name? Not Screech. He died.
Holy shit, you're right.
Screech died.
Yeah, that's like.
But what's the dude? Stifler.
Yeah, Stifler. Stifler's mom, right?
Yeah, he fucked Stifler's mom.
Yeah.
That's so dope. But now, like, MILF is just like somebody my age.
I know now that I'm like 33, I'm like, what the fuck? Great. Time does not stop for anybody.
Nope.
I guess I'm in a GILF territory.
Yeah, technically.
Technically, yeah.
Grandmas are like.
There's some hot grandmas out there, though.
Dude, at like 40 to be a grandma.
I know, right? That's weird.
I mean, you probably shouldn't get knocked up when you're 16, but who am I?
That's not their fault.
Yeah.
That's not the grandma's fault.
Well,
or is it?
No, she would have been the one to get knocked up at 16 if she's 40 and her kid, if she's a grandma.
But then also, then that kid is doing a stupid shit of just repeating the cycle.
Well, isn't that how it works, Peyton? Isn't that how it works?
Life truly imitates art.
It is.
Yeah, you're right. Holy shit. I've never been corrected by you.
Speaking of philosophical shit, have you watched the Cho Show yet? On Hulu? Since you have my Hulu now? Cho Show.
Mm-mm.
David Cho.
Mm-mm.
You need to watch it. You'll fucking if you don't cry.
Who's David Cho?
I hope his name's David Cho. His last name's definitely Cho because Cho Show. He's
is he the comic
artist? No, he's an artist. I discovered him on Vice because the very first Vice documentary was about him hitchhiking across America. Dude, it's amazing.
Do you think I'll cry?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you medicated still?
No. I'm Unfortunately, I've thought about it.
Well,
I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I like to tell people that the last person that made me cry was you.
Yeah, dude.
You did.
I did. You cried.
Dude, I was balling.
I was like,
I was fucking balling.
I was like, I shouldn't have told you.
I'm glad you did, because it felt good to cry again. I mean, not good that like obviously you were feeling that way, but like
I'm glad I got it out of you.
Yeah, I needed that.
It was like
because like we joked about it earlier, right?
You started crying
because I remember that like day we like podcasted and we finished the episode, and then you told me that, and like during the podcast I was joking that like I don't cry anymore because Lexapro, and then all of a sudden I'm just like holy shit, and it just like it was there.
Yep. And then I think the first thing I said to you, you started crying out like patting you on the back. I was like, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude. That was the last time I cried.
Yeah. That was
a long time ago.
About a year ago.
You feel better now?
Yeah, it's been
a rough year.
Year to the day.
It's been better though, right? It hasn't been a rough year.
No, it's been
but prior to that, it was rough. It was rough for me too.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, I'm feeling great.
Fuck yeah, dude. So everybody that's ever brought me down, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Anyone that's ever done wrong to me, fuck you. Nah, it's not like that. I mean, it is, but it's not really like that.
It is,
but it's not.
Like, still fuck you, but like I'm good.
Yeah. I'm thriving.
Hey, let's say
you look great, by the way.
Dude, you look so good.
No, you look great. You look skinny as fuck.
You've lost
like
a lot of weight. You look great.
Stop.
No,
this is about you. No, this is about you. Like I know you posted that you haven't been this weight since how old?
Sounds like 12.
Dude, you look fucking great.
God,
because you've been working.
Will you take your pants off?
I'm halfway there.
I need to
see how
tan
that. I am.
I know you're so tan sitting on that chair.
Fuck, man.
Listening to fucking.
Dude, I know. I just sit out there and I bring my Anchor Soundcore. Dude, shout out Anchor. They have great products. This isn't a plug. They're not sponsoring me or anything, but Anchor is fucking great. It's like I have a Bluetooth speaker. It's called the Anchor Soundcore. It was like $20 and it works. And the battery life is fucking it's almost laughable.
Is it waterproof?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. You can take it in the bath?
Nah, I don't. If I'm gonna take something to electrocute me, I got electrocuted today.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was cleaning the floors with all the water, and for whatever reason, I decided that it was a smart idea to plug in a extension cord to the turned on piece of machinery I was working while standing in the water, and it is at me kind of good. I was like, but
nice to feel something.
I did feel something. I know. Honestly, that was my first thought. Maybe that's depressing.
This is a new kink.
Is that do you think when people start cutting themselves to feel something?
I don't know. I never felt like that.
It's like, why would you want to cut yourself? You fucking loser.
Yeah, fucking grow up. Quit listening to Blink-182 in your room alone, thinking about how life should be. Remember the time?
You start crying. You're just like, you're the biggest Blink fan I know.
I am. Mark Hoppus has stage 4 cancer, and it's really bumming me out.
I didn't want to bring that up.
I just did.
I know, but like when I saw the news article about him having stage 4, first person I thought it was you.
And how he's handling it is exactly how Mark Hoppus would handle it.
Oh yeah, being like, like
dying of cancer, bada boo, you know. So, have you ever? I don't know. This may be how my mind works, but do you ever think like laying in bed, like this is how I would treat terminal cancer? Like this is the person.
Oh, yeah, I've thought about that. Yeah.
I don't think I would tell anybody. I would tell you, but I mean, like, I don't think I'd make like. I definitely wouldn't make like Facebook posts and be like.
Yeah, because people are already putting their foot in their mouth on Facebook posts. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. And honestly, like Facebook and any social media, if this is your outlet,
fuck you.
Just stop.
Oh my god, dude.
Like, I get it, right? We've talked about this. This is like a running theme. It's just like everyone's putting their best foot forward, but this is not who they are, and it's exhausting. It's like. I mean, it's real when people say it's like, you know, your anxiety or depression, it increases the more time you spend on social media. But it's like, if you just take a fucking break from it for a while, you feel so much better because like, it's like I'm aware that people are full of shit 90% of the time, right? But even if I don't see it, that's even better.
Even better.
I'm like, why would I even want to look at this?
When I take my breaks and I text you, I'm like, hey man,
taking your social media
you don't need to be
hiatus.
sending me memes right now. It's because it makes me more anxious. It makes me more irritable. It gives me more anxiety. I already said that, but yeah, it just makes me feel so like heavy in the chest, like just constantly scrolling. And it's not because anything other than it's an addiction. Like,
Oh, for sure.
Like when I'm consciously telling myself, quit scrolling, put your phone down in between commercial breaks, because fuck Hulu.
Yeah, well, you know, it's your fault because you're not spending more money on the ad-free Hulu.
I'm not paying $2 more for fucking ads.
I will.
No, you won't.
I'll give you $2 right now. I have $20 and $2 bills right now. I will month you
all right
for the rest of the year.
I'll upgrade it. How about that? I'll upgrade to motherfucking.
Will you?
Yeah, I will for you because I care about you.
Do it right now.
Well, I mean, not right now because then
get it on your phone.
I'll do it.
Okay. All right.
What were we talking about?
Some deep shit about taking breaks from social media.
Yeah. So like in between like the little fucking minute 30-second break, I'll be like, okay, don't pick up your phone. And then 10 seconds later, I'm like,
you pick up.
I pick up my phone. I'm scrolling on Instagram. I put limits. I put an hour limit on my phone for social media. Guess what? I hit ignore when the hour comes up.
Hey, I got pissed.
All right, here, let me sit. Yeah, hold on. So, nice. I'm gonna play a song. How about that?
Play it. Entertain our listeners.
Listen, guys. Peyton's taking his huge dick and he's gonna drain it. Because if you don't know Peyton, he's 6'8". He's got dick the size of a 24-ounce Red Bull can. I know that doesn't exist, but this song's called Lonely. Even wipe, dude?
You should really invest in hand towels.
You really should. He has nothing to wipe your hands off in his bathroom. Tell him.
I don't. Because I have really good Viva paper towel that's cloth-like, and I do that instead.
Dude.
I love using something, right? One time and immediately throwing it away. That's what we can talk about. How fucked we are. Via Earth. Did you see the whole thing with like? I know this is old news, but it's still it paints a pretty picture. Remember the ocean was on fire a couple weeks ago?
That wasn't that long ago.
A couple weeks ago. What other bad shit has happened since then?
Bill Cosby got out. That's one thing.
Fuck, man.
What else is bad has happened? I don't know.
I can't imagine having a kid right now, also knowing that it's just going to continue to get worse. That's kind of a bummer.
You had like, me at, I can't imagine having a kid.
Yeah. but like when I think about stuff like that, like, because my mom already apologizes to me for how things are now. And I couldn't imagine apologizing to my kid in like 20 years.
Yeah.
She like apologized. She's like, this isn't how it should be. But then I think about like, has it ever been really good?
No, it's better than it's ever been.
Has it ever been good?
It's better than it's ever been. Truly. Like, yeah, it's fucked, but it's a pivotal moment. Look at it. Like,
oh, you're being serious.
I'm being dead serious. For the first time, yeah, there's so much backlash and so much divide, but for the first time in history, everybody has a voice with at least somebody in their corner. Everyone. from every fucking, no matter what, fucking transgender, fucking homosexual, fucking a different race. Yeah, you're always going to have the people that were already on that side backlashing, but finally we have platforms like social media, as much as I hate it. But there are fucking people backing each other. That's what I mean. Yeah, it's also fucking garbage, but at the same time, it's never been like this. So truly, that's how I feel about it.
I will say that, yeah, you're right. And in that context, it's the best that
it's ever been.
Yeah.
And it's still bad.
Yeah, it's still very bad. It's still so bad. I think about things like that when I'm laying in bed. I'm just like, man, wow. That's kind of what I think about. It's not really anything in particular. It's just kind of an overall feeling. I mean, as much as like, especially in this area, people don't take COVID seriously.
No.
And
I don't either, though.
I know. I'm aware. Whatever. But it's more of not even like, let's just like talk about COVID. It's just more of.
Hey, wait, real quick. In my defense, I don't take anything seriously. It's not that like I'm specific.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Let's hear devil's advocate. Here we go. Let's hear it.
I just don't care. I've already had COVID. Let's talk about it. Hey, let's talk. So I saw today an old friend from high school posted, if you're not vaccinated, you're putting everybody at risk. You're selfish. So on and so forth. So if you're vaccinated and I'm not, which is the case, I'm not vaccinated, aren't you good? Like who am I putting at risk? The other people that aren't vaccinated? Well, fuck them. They didn't get vaccinated. If I kill them, then that's on them. They chose not to. Same if somebody gives me COVID, like it's my fault.
I think more now is everybody's worried about the people that are vaccinated. There's been cases of vaccinated people getting COVID, like the new strain, the Delta strain.
Isn't there also debate that
honestly, the more that I think about, it doesn't matter. It does matter because, like, I'm sure a lot of people have had really hard times with COVID. Knock on wood, me, I have not.
I still have my smell or taste back, but
so you're not tasting this?
It's different. Like when I say I don't have the same smell or taste. Like I don't smell certain things, and then also almost everything kind of blends together. Like my boss today got a new cologne from Scentbird, which is like a month.
Yeah.
And he had me smell. He had 2 of them, and he had me smell them. They smell like hand sanitizer to me. Like most foods smell the same to me. Like it's just like one bland, almost stink. Like
that's crazy.
Almost everything smells to me like Indian food.
I love Indian food.
Yeah, I love Indian food, but it smells like shit.
Does it?
Maybe, I don't really remember. It's a very potent smell.
So everything has that potency.
Yes. Taste like.
So I wasted the rest of my Angel's Rye on someone that thinks that it tastes something.
Basically. Yeah.
Great. I love that for me. No. I would
almost a year, and
yeah,
I'm used to it.
Well, I know people that had gotten COVID and they still can't. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's
like it came back, but it came back as like one universal thing.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and like I'm still kind of bummed about it, but.
So what's like one thing that like specifically, like the first thing that comes to your mind that's different?
I don't smell farts. My own or anybody else's.
Really?
I don't smell. One good thing is I don't smell bad things, which is also a double-edged sword because I don't know if I stink or not. Like, okay, perfect example. When I get done working out and I'm sweaty and gross and I know I stink, when I smell my armpits, it smells like that Indian food. It smells like I walked into a restaurant to me. Because
heavy onion and garlic.
Yeah, everything smells like that. Everything. And if it doesn't have a like a distinguished,
like a strong body odor. It's just
not at all.
It's just kind of something that is new.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Sucks.
Well, bud,
get vaccinated.
No, that happened way before vaccinations were even went out, right?
No, they weren't even out yet. It was November of last year.
Damn. Yeah, I remember you got that when that happened. I remember that.
And it's not. Honestly, I'm not vaccinated because I'm like against it or anything like that. I don't know.
Yeah, why aren't you?
I just haven't done it.
Just haven't done it. Apathy? Laziness?
My perspective on it is partially laziness, partially I take care of myself, partially I've already had it, and all the research I've done on the vaccination is side effects of the vaccination is a lot stronger on people who've already had COVID. And I don't want to go through that. And also, I don't trust the fucking government, regardless of what they're doing. If they tell me to do something and they're harping on it, I'm like,
Puts a bad taste in your mouth.
Yep.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, bud. So, and that's why people that are so like strongly one way or the other, like don't get vaccinated or get vaccinated. I'm just like, hey, fuck off, both of you. How about that?
You should get vaccinated.
I probably should.
I don't want you to. It's more okay. So here's my thing.
If COVID takes me out, bring it.
If COVID takes you out, I'm gonna be really fucking bummed. But you've already had it.
I've already had it.
And I don't know, man. It's so like also that it's just such a new thing. This is like something that has never. I mean, it has existed in a sense because COVID existed before, but this is just like the special strain that has made it super viral. But in a sense that like anybody can post about it. That's the thing. It's like there's so much shit you have to fucking.
It's like here comes opinions.
Yeah. Like that's 100%. I'm not going to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do because I have no fucking idea. And that's the best part. No clue. No idea.
Did you have any side effects?
Nope. I don't think I ever had COVID either. Somehow. Somehow.
Working in a restaurant.
Yeah, where I'm seeing.
But you're always cautious.
I'm a cautious boy.
Person.
I'm a cautious boy. I am. I'm a safe boy.
What do you say? What do you say to the people that call you a sheep?
Oh yeah, bat, and then do the bat. Like I don't give a fuck.
You're a piece of shit.
I don't give a fuck.
That's why, like, I've had people call me a Republican because I'm not vaccinated. I'm like, how's that have anything to like?
What, that you're a Republican because you're not vaccinated?
If it comes down to it, it's honestly laziness. If anything, I don't stand any ground on it at all, either way or the other. My reasons that I told you are my only reasons. Like, that's it. I can't argue. If you were like defend not being vaccinated, no, because I don't don't believe that. I don't believe that you shouldn't be, and I don't believe that.
I think it's probably a safer bet to be cautious of what a government that has proved itself time and time again to be very malicious.
Yes.
To heed every word that they have to say. I think that's safe, and I think that's why you're also seeing a bunch of people that are foregoing it.
I also don't think that the earth is flat. I also don't think that there's a microchip. I don't think a mass vaccination is like meant to like give you fucking autism or kill you. Exactly. That's not what I'm saying. Honestly, if it comes down to it, it's fucking childhood trauma. I don't like to be told what to do.
I think everything goes back to childhood
Yeah,
trauma.
you don't get to tell me.
No matter what.
Sorry.
In anything that you experience as your own unique person, it always comes back to childhood trauma.
And that's
or trauma in general.
That's why I want you to watch the show, dude.
Okay. That's what we were talking about before I used the bathroom.
But you bring up it's all about trauma. It's all about oh my god.
So yeah, it is all about trauma. But it's also it needs to be the trauma that exists, the trauma that you I want to say, because it's the same thing that we were talking about with like being depressed. There is safety in feeling depressed. Am I right?
I get uncomfortable being better.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, it's fucking like, it's fucking weird.
I'm losing my persona.
Exactly.
I'm losing my gift of like being able to take a serious situation and like dull it down.
It's what we've known. I mean, like coming from somebody that is depressed or that not is currently, but was very depressed. I mean, like it's so bad that like I want to still say that I am depressed, but I'm not.
You just corrected yourself.
Yeah, but I'm not, right? And it's such a it's almost like a persona. It's like part of your existence as a person.
Can I say something crazy?
Go for it.
I miss it. Like not truly miss it, not like actually miss it.
But it's like it's comforting.
I miss. I can't even explain it.
You miss. So like what I miss of being very depressed, which is such a weird thing. That, like but it's real. It's like such a weird concept to think about. There is parts that I miss. There's parts of me that miss feeling so heavily down and like but feeling it, like actually feeling it. And it's not that I don't feel things now, and it's not saying that the medication has mitigated anything in that, but when you're in it, you're fucking in it.
You own it.
And you
are it.
You are it. You become your depression.
You know who like when I couldn't put it into words, I'd always turn to Alec with pen because his drawings would depict it to a T. Like his silly little fucking drawings. If you guys know anything about depression or want to know more about depression, follow Alec with pen on Instagram, and
his work is really good.
It's so fucking good.
Even though he kind of gave us the bird, but you know.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
Yeah, remember?
I don't care.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that.
Maybe he was having a bad day.
He probably was. That's the thing. And we can't, going back to our earlier conversation prior to the podcast, we cannot hold that accountable to who they are as a person.
Exactly.
We can't. Like, yeah, maybe like we didn't get the reaction that we wanted.
Maybe he didn't read it the way we said it. Maybe he thought we were being cocksuckers.
Yeah, maybe he thought we were just being assholes.
Yep.
But that's not the case.
No.
But I still really love Alec Penn.
I do too.
He's amazing.
But yeah, everything you just said about it's really hard to put into words about like I don't truly miss it. Like I really am doing well. I'm feeling great. It's just kind of like
yeah, you don't really miss it. Maybe that's what like the good friend should say and something like that. Like,
yeah,
whoa,
don't truly miss it.
You don't miss it. But
it
was easy because once you were in it, I think like I'm just speaking from my own perspective. It's just like once I was in it, I was so good at navigating my life within it.
Yes.
And now it's just it's like just being presented something different now that it's a change. It's a change, and it's a good change. Don't get me wrong. When I look back, I would much rather prefer how I feel now to then, but I was so accustomed to how I did it then compared to now. It's just newer now. And so
Way newer.
you're still kind of like learning things. Like for me, it's still learning things. It's like, wow, I'm not sleeping until 3 p.m.
That was very normal.
That was so incredibly normal for me. I'm not staying up till 6 a.m., 5 a.m. and just like being miserable with no outlet to put that into. Yeah, I had outlets, but I didn't have the motivation or will to do anything. I just wallowed in it. And it just, that's the thing, honestly, the depression really should have like an asterisk and be like, here it is. It will consume you. No matter what you do, it will consume you for a bit. No matter how hard you try to swim or stay above water, it will fucking pull you under.
100%.
And pulling you under isn't bad. I will say it isn't bad because you're still very aware. Because fuck, dude, when I was like last year at this time, man, I was just like, I was staying up till 6 a.m. I was sleeping till 3.
Don't get me started about last year this time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like when I think about it, and you think like, wow, a year is a long time, but like also think about like what you've been able to accomplish within that year. Not necessarily like accomplish things, but just how you feel as a person. That's my biggest, that is my biggest number one thing that I've been able to do is just be better.
And each day just turns into another day until you're here.
Yeah, I like that. It is. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, it's someone on Twitter had posted. It's just like someone with like severe depression. It's like it is a constant battle to battle that. Because I mean, as fucked up as it sounds, because we just mentioned it, but like there's comfort in it, and it's not comfort in a good way.
No.
But comfort exists.
It's like getting used to sitting on spikes. Like it's never.
And that's all you and that's like all you know.
It's never gonna be comfy, but you get used to it.
Yeah. And then when you remove yourself from the spikes
like,
and you don't have that anymore.
It's like, oh, well, I'm used to that already.
Yeah, like I just got used to it. What do I do now?
You know what? Speaking of that in that analogy or metaphor or whatever, I think my comfort or missing the comfort is because I'm afraid that those spikes are going to come back. And I'm just like, just bring it back already because it's going to come back. So like, just put me back in it already. So that way I don't have to keep thinking about, I'm going to have to
the inevitable doom.
I already know I'm going to have to sell the spikes again. So just bring them. But on the contrary is those spikes.
Man, dude, that's going to make me cry. Hold up. I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to.
It's deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they are going to come back. But the difference is we know how to handle it now. You know what I mean?
Fuck, man.
We know how to get through it.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have a fucking cushion to bring with us. Y'all getting some raw emotion over here.
No, for real, man. Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's like a big thing. It's like so like my thing is the lowest I've ever been in my entire fucking life was in Bloomington.
Yeah, you've told me.
That was it. That when I was in Bloomington, I would have, I've talked about, I would pick out the tallest building and be like, if I jumped off that.
Think about that. I think like if I see a tall building, I'm like, Peyton.
Yeah, it's like I would be like, oh, this would be the perfect building.
Yeah, that story.
I was so miserable that like I would think about doing that. Okay, so it's not so much like the act of doing it, right? You get to a point where that seems crazy. Like I'll think about it. I'm like, oh, that seems crazy. Not even right now, but like even in it, I was so aware to be like, okay, I'm thinking about it, but why am I thinking about this? Why?
It's
But the first thing I think of when I wake up in the morning, when I was in Bloomington, the very first thought, not like, oh, I'm tired or I got to go to class. I don't want to be alive. That was my very first thought. And so my mom knew it. My dad knew it. I left once the semester ended. They're like, you need to come home now because we can't bet on you fixing it while we're not there or you're not here. And I moved back in January of 2015.
Because you were probably only one really, really bad day away.
Oh, for sure. For sure. My sleep schedule, this is how absurd it was. I think about it now. It was so fucking insane. My sleep schedule, I would wake up at 10 a.m. But I would stay up until 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 10 a.m. And so I would, for one thing, a lack of sleep will fuck you up over a long period of time. I did that, dude, for a semester. I didn't have, like, my earliest class was like noon. So, like,
those are basically benders. Like,
oh, I was bendering myself on my own emotion. I wasn't, and I couldn't imagine if I was like drinking at the time because I wasn't.
Oh my god, dude! If you would have,
I wasn't doing any. I wasn't doing anything.
If you would have drank or dove into drugs,
I wasn't doing anything. Oh, that would have been the time to do it. That would have been it.
Numbed.
Yeah. No. I was doing it all fucking raw.
And that's what I'm saying. But real quick, I've always had a vice. And you just raw dogged the fuck out of your emotions. I still have a vice. I mean, I've taken this month off, but like, regardless, I have a crutch.
You have something.
And you're just like, bring it on.
Especially at that time, dude, I was just fuck it. It didn't exist to me. A vice didn't exist to me. Well, other than like make food. But I didn't have the money to buy the food.
But yeah.
I was stealing fucking food from my roommate. Dude, I think about it now. My aunt, my mom's sister had to like wire me money to get home for my grandfather's funeral. So like it went to a gas station in Bloomington and I had to go accept it and to drive back.
Because you weren't working, you were a full-time student.
Yeah. To go back to my grandfather's funeral. Because I didn't have any money. And like he was dying at the time. He was in hospice care. And when he finally died, I knew I had to come home. And it wasn't that long after that I decided to finally come home. But my mom, my mom knew that I was fucked up. My dad maybe knew from my mom, but like I didn't tell my dad. I told my mom. It's not that I don't have a good conversation or a good line of communication with my dad. We definitely do, but there's this. I'm able to open up to my mom easier,
right?
And I just remember her telling me, like, it was on a Saturday. She's like, you just need to move home. And I literally packed up all my shit, spent the rest of my money in gas that I could afford. I threw away so much shit that I'm like, okay, I had a bed there. Fuck it. Don't care.
No.
I was so ready. If this is like puts it in perspective, I was okay. So like when I moved back, I still had 8 months lease on my rent. I didn't care. I still paid it when I got home. I was that ready to get the fuck out.
How?
So like I was paying $500 additional dollars of a place that I was not living in to not break the lease, to not hurt my credit.
How quick after coming home did you
feel better?
No, I know that time frame. How quick until you started at Grains?
So I moved back in the middle of January. I started Grains at the end of that month. So that's why I love the restaurant, honestly, because like part of it is so ingrained, and me coming back, living with my mom. But I will say though, I immediately felt better. I immediately felt better when I moved back and was living with my mom. That
Okay.
Sam.
Hey.
Ooh,
Opie.
what'd you see, buddy?
Hey, Opie.
What's out there?
You just ruined a moment, bud.
I immediately felt better knowing that people that I was in like this range of you and I that loved you unconditionally. Like me, like my mom will never know. Like I tried to explain it to her, just like how much better her presence just made me feel. That knowing, yeah, oh for sure, it for sure did. And I mean, like, fuck, man. When I think about Bloomington, I think about it as everything that was the worst possible scenario that could have happened did happen. That was it. I moved away because Esther and I broke up. I wasn't really sure I wanted to go to IU. I did once we broke up. That was like also the thing. It's like I had just ended a 10-year relationship. I moved away. And I moved in with a guy that I didn't know. And I started doing classes. So like for the first, I would say the first year I did really like my classes were fine. I did fine in those, but my entire life surrounding it was just fucking madness.
Yeah.
And I didn't have money, and it's just like, so what I live now, this is all going back to what you're saying, that you're expecting the spikes to come back. Those spikes for me are Bloomington, and I will fight till
never do.
I will fight till my last breath to never experience what I experienced then. I can be sad now. Yeah, I got dumped, or yeah, the relationship didn't work out, or like maybe work isn't working out for me that well. Like it's just been a rough week or a rough month or rough 3 months, or yeah. Like I said, it's just like there's things that I that have been depressing to me, like relationships not working out, etc. My baseline is Bloomington, and I will fucking fight claw and teeth to not feel that again.
Yeah.
So when people say like, "Oh, you never take like I've taken the most time off from work this year than I've ever done. Like I went to Arizona, et cetera, et cetera. I work, and I don't even work that much. I get that. Like in comparison to you, you do 40 hours a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do that. But I like, not only do I care about how my work is doing in that sense.
Your work is, and being on both sides in my life, your work is more mentally straining. And mental strain is,
but
it's a toll.
Yeah, but I will be fucking damned if I will ever feel like how I felt in Bloomington. That's my thing. It's like, no matter what, my financials are good because I don't want to ever experience that again.
100%.
Yeah. Ever. So, and it's like, it's not necessarily it was the money thing that like made me depressed. It was just like overall. So it's like, yeah, in hindsight, like, whoa, like I'm 33. I live in Harvard City. I have 2 dogs and a cat, right? That's me as a person. If I were to like my Tinder profile, that would be it, right? But in comparison, like I'm fucking doing great. I am doing amazing in comparison.
Yeah.
You're
talking about whose expectations.
Yeah.
Because fuck their expectations.
Exactly. Like, you want to meet me 5 years ago, 6 years ago? You don't.
You really don't.
You really don't.
The mountains. Like, dude. Oh my God.
And then I think about just like, having being single for a while, it really has made me appreciate.
We were just talking about
it. Really makes me appreciate me. Like it's so yes. Oh, for sure. Oh my
God.
Let's talk about that.
You have to.
So like,
oh my God.
If you are bouncing from relationship to relationship, I'm not knocking you. I'm not.
you're fucked.
But
I promise you.
You are so fucked.
If you cannot take what took, I'm talking personally here, and it might be more and it might be less, but if you cannot take those 18 months of hell.
Oh, they're rough.
Unfortunately, for some people, some pretty lows.
Yeah.
If you cannot, oh my God, if you cannot do it, like you have to do it. You have to feel like.
I think you just like have to feel it.
You have to feel it.
Like you can't, like you explaining it, you can explain it because you went through it. But like, and I can agree because I did too.
You have to.
I did too.
You have to do it.
You just have to do it.
Life has to suck. Something unimaginable.
Yeah.
For you to come out on the other side.
Better.
The best.
The best version of you that
Yes.
you've had. Yes.
Okay.
You now is the best version of you now.
Can I say something crazy again?
Yeah.
I love myself. That makes me want to cry. Like actually saying it and meaning it. Like, fuck, I've never, ever, I can't even think back. Maybe when I was a kid, maybe when I was 8 years old, but like
with not a care in the world.
I really I can stay at home for days and fucking love it. People cannot engulf themselves in themselves and function. I was that person. That's why I can say that. I had to be around somebody or have something. Not anymore, dude. Like, I'm good. I'm good, baby. I'm good. So, and the only reason I got good is because
you went through fucking hell.
I went through hell. Personal hell. And I'm not talking about anybody else's hell. I'm talking about my own hell. Because your hell is going to, on paper, be worse than my hell. And that's fine. But I've had nights.
You know best of what's you.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I mean, every common denominator in everything that you've ever experienced in your life is you. So, of course, you are going to feel this because it's you.
It's me.
That's the best part. It's like people don't forget that. People forget of what people go through because they're not them. It's like, what were we talking about earlier? It's easy to gang up on somebody that does not fit their structure because they're not fucking them.
Good thing they don't have a mirror in front of them. Because if they looked at themselves, boy.
And that's the thing. Eventually it's going to happen. Eventually it has to happen. Right?
Hopefully.
For their benefit, yes. For their benefit, yes.
I think luckily for us, we've always, at least from the conversations we've always had,
I've been lying this whole time.
We've always been self-aware.
Yeah. Oh,
even when we were being fucking turds.
I am like, you're my best friend.
Oh, God.
Right? Let's hear it again.
You're my best
friend. Chris, my best friend.
Yes, that exists. That's something that's possible. Yeah.
Maybe. The two most self-aware people I know in my entire life, you and Chris. And I'm not that. Self-awareness is so fucking great.
It really is.
It really, like, it makes you want me to be, it's not even like you want me to be your friend, be self-aware. It's if you're just naturally, and that's why I think comics, that's why I resonate with you and the people that you've like shown me in comics or in comedians. The comedians are the epitome of self-aware.
They're the most self-aware.
Self-aware and self-deprecating. Self-deprecating, self-aware, different things. I get that. But
when you tie them together.
Ooh, that sweet spot of where, man, I fucking love it.
I'm making fun of this thing, but it's also me.
Yes. Yeah. But like, I'm very aware of this thing, but I can turn it into a really great joke.
Yep.
But also not like you're not mitigating the importance of what you're joking about. That's the best. Fuck,
Yes.
that is the best. You are not mitigating what you're joking about. You're bringing it to the front, but you're also being able to like criticize your own self. Man,
It's
like
good.
you want me to go hard? I will. That's it. But yes, you and Chris, most self-aware people I know of my personal like friends. And people that aren't self-aware, I don't know, like I feel like I am self-aware as well,
Oh, 100%.
but
Could you imagine navigating your emotions, your trauma, your Bloomington experiences without being self-aware?
I don't know what would happen.
I know.
I would maybe like
I know what would happen.
yeah yeah yeah, I do too. Or if that didn't happen, I would just take it out on everybody.
Those kind of go hand in hand until they don't.
Until that like peak.
Until they collide.
Until they collide, and that's usually a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree. So, you and Chris for sure are the most self-aware, almost to a fault.
Yeah,
but
100%.
I would say you more than Chris in that sense. Like,
how many videos have I sent you where I'm like calling myself out?
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could record them, but I can't. But like, definitely you more than Chris in the self-awareness part. But it's more of like, yeah. I mean, that's a great example. Like, we send each other videos all the time of just us existing and us realizing our own existence within other people. And
anytime I have a thought, anytime I have that like self-awareness of like my own bullshit, I record it and I send it to you.
Yeah.
Because I have this thought, all the jokes about being a narcissist and like,
but you're also like
self-aware narcissist that there is.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I have that moment, I make sure, and it's therapy for me.
Yeah.
And I try to make it funny.
Yeah, of course.
And it works for both of us. Like,
yeah, because you enjoy it because it makes you feel better.
Yes.
I enjoy it because it's fucking hilarious. But also, like, knowing you, I am also aware that it's not necessarily the joke that I'm looking for.
Oh, it's pain.
Yeah, it's something. It's something deeper. It's something deeper.
Yeah. Not necessarily pain, but
it doesn't have to be pain. Like, yeah, you sent me funny shit of where you've reacted, like you've told me like how you interacted with somebody and you were just so, but you didn't make it about them. You made it about you.
Yeah, and that's where I'm just like, hey, here's this narcissistic moment where I did something awkward, and instead of like their behalf, here's how I felt.
Listen, I know we joke about you being a narcissist, and I've definitely joked about you being a narcissist to other people. Like, Chris, I always joke that you're the most self-aware narcissist I know, but that is that cancels each other out. That's impossible.
Right.
You cannot be self-aware
and be
a narcissist at the same time. Right. But when I talk to other people, or when I've associated with other people that are actually a narcissist, man, I would say narcissism is the least flattering look somebody can have. Because of just like how you are. I'm just talking personally as well.
No,
right?
Truly though. Truly.
Man. That's like, okay, so like,
because they're very unaware.
So like a popular thing on social media is like, oh, let's talk about Karens, right? Let's talk about people that make a scene. What does that all derive back into? Narcissism. It's like, oh, you're not doing this for me. My day has been just slightly worse. My life, my scenario that involves hundreds or 5 or 10 other people. I'm going to make this all about me. I don't give a fuck about how you're feeling or how they're feeling.
Peyton, the video you sent me yesterday of the girl sitting in the hospital room. She made the TikTok.
Oh my God! Yes, yes.
That was where my brain went instantly.
And I even said, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, that like you can't be more clear cut than that.
Right.
Oh my God! Let's make it about me.
And so that is also like what you were talking about earlier about like it being the best, that everybody has a voice, everybody has somebody in their corner. That doesn't mean that the somebody that's in your corner or even you that's posting is in the right.
Not at all.
9 times out of 10, you're going to be fucking wrong. And the person that's in your corner, also wrong. But that's a double-edged sword here. It's that video.
It's that video.
And I saw it because I thought it was going to be something funny. Because most of the shit that I see on Instagram, I would say 90% is hilarious. It's so, I love just like scrolling through shit and being like, what? Like,
it's art.
Just know, yeah. Yes. Oh, 100%. That people exist out there that are just funny. And I love that. I love that sort of, it's like a camaraderie. It's like, you don't know the person. They call that like parasocial relationships, is if you don't know the person, but they're posting it. And so you feel like you know them.
Oh, Casey Frey.
Yes.
I bond with that.
Yes. That's a parasocial relationship. But like, so I thought this was going to be funny and it ended that way. And I'm like, what the fuck
was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in context of what, if someone's curious of what we're talking about, there's this girl in like a
she's drunk, obviously.
She's obviously fucked up and she's been crying. And the TikTok is, I don't even remember. It's something about like,
don't drink.
Yeah, and like shows her boyfriend or whoever.
It's got like a fucking tube down his throat. He's in the hospital. He's like,
but is making it about her.
Yeah.
Oh, 100% making it about her.
100%.
That's social media, though. Honestly, like that is anybody that. So it's like, fuck. I'm thinking about that video and it's just like frying my brain. And that's the thing. It's like I see so many different shit. It's like this stimulus that's going in my brain. Right. I'm just sending the shit, but it's like I'll dream about it later. You know, it's like, what the fuck is that about? And I don't think twice about it.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, like I don't really ever like process what I'm looking at. Like I'm like, oh, send it to Brandon. You know what I mean? It's 100%. Just like I don't think about it. I just send it. But it's funny. What I think is funny. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's the end of it.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
My dreams. Maybe I have been having some really fucked up dreams lately. So it's funny. I mean, it also ties into what we were talking about earlier. All my dreams, if they're really fucked up, guess where they're occurring? Bloomington. Yeah. But not necessarily Bloomington. But in my mind, it's Bloomington. It could be anywhere else. But yeah, I'm aware that that's what it is. And
it's not weird.
It's so weird how your brain processes trauma. And even like when you're dreaming. I had a dream last week that it stuck with me so well that I still remember it, you know, like I didn't write it down or anything. I'm just like, yeah, that exists. I was in Bloomington going back to school and there was like, it was like post-apocalyptic but I was still going to school and this guy was branding people in a tattoo. So like branding, like hot brand, like a hot iron piece, but it ended up being like a pretty tattoo. But I remember saying like, I don't want this on my body. He's like, no, I like it. It's not about you. It's what I like. And like, that was his thing. It's like, if you did this, you got branded, but not necessarily branded in an ugly way. It's just what he liked.
Oh my!
And I'm like, God. And I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck was
that mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's intense.
So like when I think about that, like all that shit happened 6-7 years ago. Like of course trauma exists for people. Nothing happened to me in Bloomington that that was like a definitive moment that like this is it. This is like the crescendo. This is the apex.
Is that frustrating?
That it was a culmination of things and not just one thing. Yeah. Yeah. I wish it was just one thing happen. I wish I got fucking mugged. I wish I got mugged, robbed, beat the fuck up. That would make sense to me.
Right.
That would, in my brain, be like, oh, I hate Bloomington because of this. But no, I hate Bloomington for the culmination of everything that existed. That sucks more.
You can't pinpoint it.
I can't pinpoint it.
Yeah.
Because there was also really good things about Bloomington. But that goes all out because...
When are you ever going to focus on that? Never.
So I did one time. I did. I went back and visited Chris. We went to Upland Brewery, which is down in Bloomington, and I ran into my favorite professor, and he knew I was going through shit. He didn't make it. He didn't make it a deal about it. He didn't make it like, because all of our work. This was in my human biology, which was my major. By the way. He was my professor of human biology. And so everything that we were doing, I'm like thinking about it now. And I'm like remembering new things that I blocked out.
Yeah.
We had a group project that was 60% of our grade. And I remember it was being held in like the atrium of the McKinley building. Not McKinley. I'm sorry. I forget the building name. McKinley is Ball State. But the atrium of the main health and physiology anatomy, you basically had to make a poster. And if somebody would come up in this place where people are walking around, you would have to like talk about everything. And so it was me and 4 other students. And also, I think the thing is, like, when I was in IU, I was not the conventional student. I was at the time, I was like 26, 27. Everybody else is 18, 19, 20, 21, something like that. So I already feel out of place. But I think I made it worse than what it was because nobody gave a shit. That's the thing. Nobody really gave a shit. I made it. It was all on me. And I remember not in the group project, but prior to, we were doing these like we were just like our Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. I would show up, and that was like at 1 p.m. and me sleeping only 2 hours a night from like 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I would just show up and just be fucking. I must have looked ridiculous. Not only did I not give a fuck, I really didn't like the most not giving a fuck about how I looked. So I was just like, I don't care. I'm gonna wear the same clothes that I've worn every day, which has never happened to me. I've been always so not necessarily like wanting to look okay, but like for my own thing, like look presentable is a thing. Like I want to look presentable. I want to take a shower. I want to feel good. That's like bare minimum. That went all out the window. And so I would just show up. And I remember like doing this like presentation, and I'd be like, all right, yeah. And the presentation was good, but literally like it took all of my ability to give this presentation. And when I was done, I felt like I had just run a marathon. Brain capacity, I was just shot. I was like, literally, I remember sitting back down at my station, just being like, what the fuck just happened? And I needed a second. And I remember his name was Dr. Libby. And he came over and he's like, hey, that presentation was really good. And I was like so out of my mind at the time. I was like, and he's like, hey, do you mind? I have some questions for you after class. And I, of course, assumed that it was about that. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And when I stayed after, and I was the only one, it was just him and I, and not even in his office, just like he literally just sat next to me, and he's like, listen, I don't know what's going on in your life that is I can, but basically it was like, I don't know what's going on in your life. Something is obviously, if you need anything, let me know. Like he literally was like, you're good at this. If you need anything, let me know. I can tell, but I'm not going to pry, but I'm just going to let you know that I'm here.
Yeah.
And so when I went back to Bloomington to visit Chris, lo and behold, I ran into him and so this was maybe a year after I started working at Grains. I started making good money, and like I just felt better. And I walked up to him, and he remember I'm not being like exaggerating this. Like he's probably seen thousands of students.
Oh.
And he's like, Peyton. He's like, Peyton. Probably. He's like, it's good to see you. How are you? And I'm like, I am much better actually. He's like, I can tell just by how you're like you right now. And I was like, and so I thanked him for him being nice when he didn't
have to be.
He didn't have to be. And yeah, Professor Libby, man.
Shout out Professor Libby.
He was a good guy.
How did it make you feel in the moment when he told you that when you're sitting next to him? Did it matter?
Overwhelmed. Because overwhelmed in the sense of like, okay, say just for example, you are super depressed. You don't give a fuck, but you're super depressed. And somebody asks you, what's wrong? You feel overwhelmed.
Where do I start?
Where do I start? That's it. I wanted to tell him, like, listen, I haven't paid my rent in 3 months. My roommate hates me because I haven't paid my rent. All this, no money. My grandfather just died.
Yeah.
My mom took care of him in hospice. She's miserable. I can't be home because I have no money. And
better off not telling.
And literally, I remember just like saying like, okay, like, or thanks. Like I didn't disagree with what he said. I didn't say like, oh no, I'm fine. Like, right. It's so easy to just be like, oh no, I'm fine.
No, thank you.
I was like, yeah, thanks. Like, and so I told him like I spent like 5 minutes telling him when I went back down there. I was like, I even said, I was like, it's so funny running into you out of everybody else. I run into you. Like, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing better. I moved back home.
Isn't that weird? Of all the people.
I thought that too. I even texted my mom like immediately right after it happened. I was like, you're not going to believe who I just ran into. The only fucking professor in like anything that gave a shit.
The only person.
Not like gave a shit, because I'm sure other people gave a shit, but just like in a way that
like,
but like stopped and like, hey, oh, by the way, I'm aware that something's going on, and I just
half the time that's all.
Isn't that weird when you think about that?
No,
like, yeah,
really
what you just said, because like, yeah, like that's like some universe shit like happening. It's like fate or something. It's like at this random moment of me going down there in the middle of summer when classes aren't starting. What do you mean?
When you ran into him, where were you at?
I ran into him at the Bloomington or Upland Brewing. Yeah, he was having lunch with his wife.
So he would have had to have left his house, or
we're gonna go into or something existed in the sense of maybe
maybe he went somewhere else first, and
maybe he had an errand to run.
Anything.
And I run into him.
The only person
and he recognized me before I recognized him. That's the thing. I walk in and I hear, "Hey, Peyton," and I look and it's him, and I'm like flabbergasted. I don't know what to say, because he made such an impact on me in a way that you don't think about.
It sticks to you to the point where you're telling the story.
7 years later.
Guys, listen to this. It's moments. Life is broken down into moments. That's it. It's moments.
It's never one set thing. No. It is moments that happen in a repetitious
insane.
Yeah. So the random time of me visiting Chris, like on a Sunday or Monday, it was Monday, on a lunchtime, we were like, let's go to Upland. I've never been there. And me running into the only professor, the only doctor there that like like I said, I'm sure other people would have,
But
but
nobody else
like,
said anything.
but nobody else said anything. But the one that made an impact on my life in that moment, and I like I've emailed him since, being like just appreciative, like in a much clearer headspace. I was like, hey man, yeah, he found a bone. I like it. Good for him. He can take it with him because they don't give a fuck about it now. It's like they got all the shit out of it. They're like, but he's happy. That's great. But in that moment was such a defining moment of my life, because even that I couldn't appreciate at the time, in that very moment, talking about moments again in life, in that very moment, I couldn't appreciate what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It was just impossible for me to appreciate that. But when I look back a year later, 2 years later, 6 years, 7 years later, that was a critical junction in my life. Like it could have gone one. If that didn't happen, who knows what could have happened?
Seriously.
Because like it was a couple weeks before the final project of the 60% of my entire grade that like gave me enough, maybe inadvertently, that I didn't realize at the time, like enough push to finish it well. Like we were the only group.
Give a shit.
We were the only group out of 300 students, out of the 4, they got a perfect score.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
And
stories like that are like, if I'm having a really good day, I'd be sure to like, I don't even know you, but I'm gonna compliment your hair, or like,
I think it's important that I think just not necessarily being overly nice, but I think overly nice and good are two separate things.
Yeah.
But I think just being good, overall good to people, no matter what, because you don't know what someone's going through. Professor Libby did not know what I was going through.
No.
But he was good. He was good. And I think that's like that. If you want like the short story of it, he was good. It helped. I didn't know it helped, but it did.
Yep. Overly nice. Yeah, it's completely different.
I think people being overly nice are fake.
100%. If I'm complimenting you, it's honestly selfish because I'm telling you things that I wish I could hear. Oh wow, what's that self-awareness?
Yeah, like damn. It's true though. I do too. Yeah. I think everybody does that.
Yeah, I noticed your haircut. Wow, that's a nice haircut.
Everybody does that, but most people don't have the ability to say what you just said. They're like, oh, that's because it's what I want to hear. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Like, I think most people do that.
Are those new shorts?
Those are nice shorts.
Those are nice shorts.
Yeah, it's just, and people that are, and I, like I said earlier, it's you get the best foot forward on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. All people want is to be recognized. That's really it. All people want is to be noticed.
I love words of affirmation.
Oh, God, absolutely.
Dick hard.
Words of affirmation that is number 1 and 2 of my love language. I can give a fuck about it.
Wrap it up all in that. All of it.
As a words of affirmation with maybe a little bit of physical touch.
Oh my God.
You got me.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Like I'm melting.
You are looking really good.
I'm done.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hand on the knee. Eye contact.
Eye contact. And
eye contact's important because it makes you naturally want to pull away. Like,
oh, of course. Yeah.
Let's lock in.
No. Let's really lock in.
You feel it?
I do.
Fuck.
Of course I do.
It's like genuine words of affirmation are so fucking important. You're talking, like, you made an excellent point, as you usually do, is
go on.
Goodness and good. They're two different things. Like, genuinely being good with, I don't know how to.
Here's if you want to know mine. Genuinely being good is not expecting anything in return.
100%.
That is genuinely being good. Being good or being nice is expecting something in return in some way.
Let's bring this to social media. I give a homeless man $20 and I post it on Facebook compared to just giving a homeless man $20.
There you go.
Both are really good.
Oh yeah, you're helping this person out.
Regardless, both are good.
But
they're
two different things.
So completely different.
You want to let people know that this is what you did and how good you are as a person. That's the thing. It's like the grandstanding. It's like nobody that's actually a good person has to explain how good of a person they are.
Yep.
That's it. The end.
It's like when I said earlier,
done.
Before we podcasted, I said something like, "You're a good person." You said, "I'm not that good of a person." That makes you a good person. Like, simple. You don't have to explain it. Like, that's it in a nutshell. And also, it's very human to want the affirmation for giving that homeless person $20. But the difference is, did you post it?
Yeah. And
if I do something good, of course I want the world to know.
Yeah.
But do I need the world to know?
No.
It's different. It's completely different.
You're doing it for something else. If that's your thing. If that's really like the main thing, it's like, oh, I'm doing this because I can get to tell people about it in a way that's going to give me positive affirmation. Sure, that exists. I'm not saying that the act is still unkind.
It's very kind.
It's very kind.
You see those videos on Instagram all the time.
Yeah, but what are we getting from here? Yeah. Like,
who needs
what? Who needs what here? It's like, obviously, there's nothing difficult to talk about here. It's you saying, is it good or is it not? That's it.
And that ties into, if I'm in a good mood and I post a funny video of me doing something funny on Instagram.
Oh, that's our joke, dude. That's our joke. It's like, oh, someone has a serotonin kick. Or like someone's feeling good. You know, that's you.
You feeling good?
This is you and I's personal joke. Yeah. This isn't anybody else's. No. This is just you and I. Our anecdote with each other. It's like, if someone's doing this, we're feeling okay. We're feeling okay.
Baby. We're doing good.
But
that's not wrong.
No. Of course not.
It's not wrong.
Fuck, I love like seeing all the people that view my Instagram story. Of course, that's not wrong at all. I'm like, oh, they saw it. Great. That's great. Are we being real? I don't think a lot of people would mention.
They would not.
They admit it. Yeah. They're like, oh, of course I look at to see who viewed my story.
You want to know a secret?
Yeah.
If I post something I think is really funny, not like a meme, but like I created it. It's a video of me like talking to Opie and I'm saying something silly and it's funny. I'm checking who looked at it every 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, they liked it.
For sure.
100%.
Or they saw it.
They saw it. Oh, they saw it.
They saw it. That's great. That's all I wanted.
I know how funny it was. I'm rewatching.
I want to make.
Yeah. I'm rewatching it, laughing at myself because I know it's funny.
Exactly.
So
yeah, that's the self-awareness.
Who's going to admit that?
I don't know.
Not very many.
Very few. Very few. Like, of course. It's like, yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck about Twitter, but I tweet because it's like, I want to say Twitter.
Oh my God, I went down your fucking Twitter, dude. You're funny.
Funny, sad. You can see like where the sadness dissipates.
Yeah.
And more of like just me feeling better about things.
Twitter's a good like journal.
Oh, it for sure is. It's like I saw this really funny tweet that was like, yeah, my therapist said I need to start keeping a journal, so I just tweet 5 to 10 times a day.
That's so accurate.
Like, though. It's so fucking accurate. And that's like, I've had a Twitter for a very long time. I never really like utilized it. I still really don't. But I use it for the fact that if there's something like just like a quip, like a quick, funny little bit that I can just like hash out in whatever mini character, yeah, it's great. And of course, like
Where else you gonna do that?
I don't have many followers, so 100 people are gonna see it. They're either like bots or don't give a fuck. But like I said, so like my most famous tweet happened last week, where okay, so I don't know if you saw the video. It's like the guy that goes up like in the gas station and he starts singing, and it's like he's really good. He's really good at singing.
Yep.
And so like someone had posted it and retweeted it, and so I commented, and I did it all in like quotes. I was acting like I was the guy behind him, and I was like, "Yeah, I like I was on the phone," and I was like, and it's so funny to me, damn it, right? It's so funny to me because like I would feel the same, honestly.
If somebody's singing in front of you.
Yeah, I don't care how good you are. You're still exactly. So I was acting like I was on the phone. I was like, "Yeah, babe, I'm just stopping at the store real quick. It'll take less than a minute. I'll be right back out." Wait, never mind. This, and so like it got like almost 700 likes.
Fuck yeah!
And I'm like, I mean, that's not a lot. I get, but like. But like so many people, so many different people that I've never met in my entire life liked it or retweeted it, and it's just like, to me, like that's. But it's not that I didn't think that the guy was good at singing. That's the thing. That's the joke, though. Like if I have to explain that's the joke, I think I lose it. But like then I had some guy comment on it, like comment to my joke. Because all I said in like my comment is like, yeah, it shouldn't be longer than a minute. And the guy that replied was like, worth the extra minute, right? Like I'm not
appreciating the.
I get it, man. This is like a guy that's singing really well, and I should accept that this exists. But like, also in the fact that what you and I have talked about so many times before, that other people live completely separate lives from you, right? It's like sometimes like when I'm driving down the interstate and I know that I'm passing people or people are passing me, like those people have their own unique lives and own unique battles and love and hate relationships. Someone might have just lost a parent or a child. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Hey, my wife just left me and you're singing in front of me. And I'm trying to get
That's the thing. I just want to buy my Doritos and Mountain Dew. I want to go home.
If I want to listen to music, I'll do it when I get there.
I'm not, like I said, not knocking the guy singing it because he's good, but like the joke
singing Freebird.
It's something. It was like some country some country song. Yeah. But I'm like, if I were that guy, I'd be like, then I like put myself in the position if I was the guy right behind him. I would have been like literally he's holding stuff in his arms, right? Like he doesn't have a basket. He's holding stuff. I've been like,
hey man. Imagine being the guy behind that guy.
Yeah. Hey! Just get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck.
This is American fucking Idol.
Yeah, no. Exactly. Like I said, it's funny to me.
It's
funny, right? Like, of course.
Minute, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like, come on, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't give a shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck off.
Hey, I'm walking here. Hey.
That's the thing. It's like, of course, in a perfect world, everybody would love this guy singing. And sure, it's good. But I gotta get the fuck out of here. Go. I got plans.
I got fucking takeout. It's been ready 10 minutes ago. What the fuck?
I got chicken palm. In the oven.
Hey.
I'm burning the latkes.
Oh,
but that's the thing. You could just like derive off of that, and it's just like you could just take it wherever you wanted to.
Big Brother started 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's like this fucking episode.
I didn't buy TiVo. What the fuck? Like, yeah, of course. Like Monday Night Raw. Fucking Triple H is back. Like something. You know, it's just like, oh, and then I got to I got to be part of this viral video of this guy fucking singing Freebird.
What's the difference? This guy singing or this guy fucking buying lottery tickets? Am
Yeah.
I right?
Oh, there's no difference. I walk up to the grocery store. I want to buy a vape and I want to buy 2 Red
This
Bulls.
is scratching
That's
off a
it.
fucking $10.
Can I get 5 number 10s, 4 18s,
Oh my god.
and 3 30s?
I've never been
And
more
then
suicidal.
and then he gets his coin purse out. He gets his change bag in a fucking Crown Royal bag and just drops it like it's fucking full of silver.
I'm pissed.
And I'm like, bro,
I'll drop you right now.
you have nickels and dimes in that.
Oh
That
my
is not
God.
silver.
Oh my god, I'm great.
And he's like counting it out. Like you can hear the slide on the counter. It's like 5, 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, 95, $1. All right, there's $1. I'm like, oh
Oh
my.
my god.
I just want to buy. I need to hit this vape so bad.
Just give me the vape and I'll wait.
Yeah, no. I'll pay you a 30.
I'll buy your lottery tickets.
Yeah,
I'll buy your fucking lottery tickets. Move.
just go. Just get out.
God damn it.
I'll buy your lottery tickets. I don't even want half. You're not going to win anyway.
You fucking loser. What are
Fuck,
you,
man.
Irish? Fuck the Irish. I hope they don't win a single medal.
I don't think they have. There's no drinking contest.
Look at that.
Oh, man. All right, dude. An hour 40.
Wow, that's pretty good. I got.
All right. I got to
Hey,
pee
guys.
too. Let's pee together. All right. I'm going to end it and then we're going to save it and I'm not going to delete it. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
That was a great episode.